They taking me out the hospital because I'm here for my wife. I'm here for my wife. She's sick. They kicking me out the hospital because I was waiting for her. Y'all don't know who I am. This going right up. They kicking me out the hospital. Him and him. Both of them. They kicking me out the hospital. They mad. They kicking me out the hospital because I'm waiting for my wife because she's sick and she don't feel good. They kicking me out the hospital. How dumb do y'all feel? How dumb do y'all feel? Y'all kicking me out of the hospital. How dumb do y'all feel? Kicking me out of the hospital. Come on now. How dumb do y'all feel? Y'all feel dumb. He getting loud with me for no reason because he mad. He mad. He mad. I'm here with my wife. Like, how dumb do y'all feel, dummies? How dumb do y'all feel? Y'all feel stupid. I'm in a hospital. I'm in a hospital. I'm in a hospital with my wife because she's sick. And y'all mad. How dumb do y'all look? Y'all look stupid. Y'all look mad stupid.
Say, family, normally I don't even talk about stuff like this, but this one we most definitely got to break down, because this one, hey, it was completely avoidable. And this is what I be telling y'all every time I done talked about a situation that was similar to this. This is what I try to tell y'all, and we're gonna break it all down. But before we get started, make sure you wipe your feet as you come in the door. And for the ones that don't know, that's like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell icon, and turn post notifications on to all. On the cool, show your brother that love, man. Also, tap in with me on Instagram at AllFactz KingKo, all lowercase. That's a place where I will always respond, man. And say, I was just sitting here, man, watching this Texas versus K-State game when one of our family members hit me and said, hey, bro, you got to talk about this. It was a response from Fatboy SSE to the situation with his wife, sitting down with Whack 100 and that man DJ Academics. Y'all know Whack 100 and DJ Academics. Anything viral on the net, they gonna have their fingertips into, man. And the thing is, man, the man is being called a woman, B-E-A-T-E-R, for this particular incident that has been going viral. And we're gonna dive into it. I'm gonna break it all down, because this right here is indicative of exactly what I've been trying to explain to y'all. Family, I'm gonna tell y'all, listen, ain't nothing on the planet worse or more dangerous than a black man who leads with his emotion. There is nothing worse, period, than a man who is overly emotional. But you add a black man into that equation, and what you get is destruction. And I'm not gonna tell y'all there's nothing worse than an emotional man, because, hey, we all have emotion. Any man who tell you he void of emotion, he lying, just trying to sound tough. We're human. We all have emotion. But there's nothing worse than an overly emotional man, because an overly emotional man thinks without rationale. And if y'all don't know the situation that I'm talking about, it's the one where him and his wife, they were out at some type of place of business and decided to have an altercation. Check this out.
What you mean bye-bye, bro? Give me that key, bro. Call him and tell you call you an Uber. Give me the key. All right, nigga.
Hold on, family. I gotta pause it for 1 second. I'm gonna play the rest through, but I gotta pause it right quick because I just skimmed through the audio. I didn't even watch the actual visuals. These visuals look like they were recorded on a potato. But did you see how this man is standing over her in an intimidating fashion and like poking his finger around inside of her face, trying to antagonize her, trying to get a reaction out of her? And she's doing the same thing, but as a man, you gotta have more self-control, bruh.
If you touch me again, my nigga, you're going to jail, bro.
What are you talking about?
Bitch, you're going to jail.
What you talking about?
We're done. We're over this shit.
What you talking about?
We're done. You could go.
Hey, give me the key, bro. Give me my mother key, bro. Give me my mother key, bro. You weirdo.
I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not giving you nothing.
Pause for 1 second. I gotta do it again, family. I know I said I wouldn't, but I gotta speak on this. She's trying to trigger him, man. And she is. He already triggered. That man already baited, hooked. He ready to be reeled in. You feel me? And the thing is, she has no respect for this man. She knows this man. She lays down with him every night. And the way that she is so willing to call him out his name, anytime a woman does that to you, she has no respect for you. She has no respect for you. So that shows you that this man is doing something behind closed doors that is really extra and over the top to where she has no respect for this man at all, and she wants the public to see what type of person he is.
You the phone?
Yeah.
Bro, stop playing with me, bro.
Yes, I
Bro,
do.
you say you really think you like that, bro? Like, for real. Give me the key,
You
bro.
have to take me to the bitch house.
Like, give me the key.
For YouTube purposes, I gotta play the audio on this part because they be tripping over every little thing.
You're weird, bro. Guys, I don't want the cops to come. Guys, it's a cop. Bro, I don't give a fuck, my nigga. He needs to get my phone, bro. You're weird. If you don't,
Fuck out of here.
that's fine.
Stop playing with me.
I'll go buy me a new one.
Stop playing with me.
Literally.
I'm on the key, bro.
I'm not.
Stop playing with me.
Look at her body language, family. That's a true indicator of someone who has zero respect for someone else. She's shooing this man off like he a puppy, like he a little dog. And the way she talks to him, that just further proves it. Now, of course, she responds to this situation. And this is what she had to say.
I'm so surprised about the bitch ass shit that he's doing. Like, I wouldn't expect nothing less from this motherfucker. Like, y'all's really crazy. Like, he always talking crazy like he's gangsta. Ain't nothing gangsta about what you're doing, weirdo. Nothing. It's nothing gangsta about it. You look like a bitch.
She is a very, very beautiful woman. But say, that's the thing. Hey, my grandpa always told me, a pretty face is a real pretty case. So you gotta watch who you get with. On the cool, these black men get a lot of money and wanna go for the prettiest face and don't go for substance. Hey, we all attracted to what we attracted to. We all have our own preference and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the very end of the day, you have to make sure that that preference has substance and has your best interest in mind. And that's the thing that most of these men don't be worried about. So whatever happens to y'all beyond that, that's on you. You deserve it for being stupid. And see, the way that she talks to him, the way that she's so comfortable calling him out of his name, that is a problem. That is a problem. Now, maybe she might have already been that way when he met her. But for her to just come out and be so comfortable like this, to me, that tells me that he has done a lot of foul stuff as far as, you know, putting his hands on her, talking to her crazy, getting out of line, being extrally over the top. Y'all see how he is, man. In that pre-video I showed y'all, he arguing with the police, acting like a child. They won't let me in there to see my wife. Like he's snitching on the police to the internet, acting like a child. You feel me? So I'm sure she knows that. If I can peek that in just a couple of videos, I'm sure she knows that living with him every day. But the thing is, man, you took this girl in, barely even knowing her, and married her. And if y'all don't believe me, listen to this interview.
Say he's gonna fly you out.
Yeah, I did. Like, the next day, I came.
Flew my wife out.
The next day.
Flew out. Boom.
It
wasn't even, I'm gonna keep it a band. She wasn't even giving me no
I was ready to go.
Yeah. No cap. I totally have these funny conversations all the time. Like,
for real.
I try to go for it. You know, when you fly a woman out, you try to hurry to go for it. You feel what I'm saying? I tried to go for it. She wasn't budging. She like, what? Nigga,
That's when you knew she was.
I'm like, you feel me? Like,
different.
Maybe I'm on some. I'm a sucker, but I'm like, you know what? After that, I started to be like, you know what? I ain't gonna press for the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Because it may seem like I'm too pressed, because I was pressed. Because I'm like, I'm about to fly out. I told her I was gonna fly out for a quick and then fly it back. I tell her this all the time, but she end up then give me no ass. So I'm like, it's something different. And God was like, yo, boom, like, just link. You don't gotta, like, usually I'm all thirsty for the pussy. God was like, nah, don't be like, just chill, like, just mac.
Did God say that, or did your insecurity say that? Because obviously you're a very insecure man. And I don't just mean because the man is fat. I mean that because this man is going for the first beautiful woman that he sees without actually knowing her. Like, y'all barometer for judging a woman is so low. If you believe that her not giving you some cat on the first night is a means to marry her, bro, your barometer is low. I done knocked women down the first night and they was great people. Hey, to be honest, the woman that I've been with for 11 years, I knocked her down on the first night. That don't mean anything. Sometimes when you meet somebody and there's a fatal attraction, like y'all just know the energy is all the way 100. Hey, It happens. But hold up, let me pull back just a little bit because she might hear this and flash out and be like, it wasn't just exactly the first night. Yeah, it wasn't. We had been knowing each other for years, went to school together, all that. She had a dude. When she got done with her dude, we met back up. Months later, after she broke up with dude, healed, did all that stuff there. And it ended up being a situation where it was fatal attraction. You feel me? And that's the thing, man. Even though she's a very, very beautiful woman, I didn't stick with her because of her looks. I stuck with her because of who she was. I didn't think that this would turn out to be what it is. 3 kids later, all these years later. Hey, man, it's just one of those things where you got to pick somebody based off of who they are, what they bring to the table. Do they truly love you? Too many of y'all men with money, when y'all get money coming from being broke, y'all feel like I can have whatever I never could have. And for him, that shows and exposes his insecurities because he feels like I can have those beautiful women I always longed for, have a beautiful wife that I always longed for, that I couldn't have whenever I was broke. But then you turn out to get a monster who's a straight up op that challenges you with everything that you do. All she does is be an opponent. And that's a problem. That end up eventually changing you and turning you into an angry person. Or there's that other side where that wasn't for you at all. So you end up messing that up. You haven't dealt with some internal issues that you have. And that money did nothing but bolster your ego to where you feel like everybody needs you and everybody uses you. And you're just going to treat people like they're nobody and they're beneath you. And that's probably the case with this woman. That's the type of person, that's the type of vibe that I get from Fatboy SSE. He seemed like the type of person that feels like I came from nothing. Now I'm rich, I'm gonna take a SHIT on everybody. But like I titled the video, this man responded to the situation by going on an interview with DJ Academics and Whack 100. And he had this to say.
I rock in Jersey and I'm gonna be here. Fatboy, did not call you?
Yep, you called me.
I said, listen, I want to get a heads up. I turned the money down. I don't give a fuck about it. But I want to let you know that there's some shit circulating where people are trying to insinuate some things and put some propaganda.
They're trying to call me a woman abuser and all this shit. That shit ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted my key. I wanted my key. I wanted the key that belongs to me. I did not hit this girl. I did not put my hand, nothing.
What's the situation though? Because
of the video you seen.
What's the situation like? So obviously there's some situation going on with you and I think your wife. Are you still married?
Yeah.
Are y'all married?
We married, legally married.
You got 2 or 3 children?
3 children.
3 children, got you. So you emotional now?
I'm not emotional.
It's your wife.
I'm not emotional.
It's okay to be emotional.
That's
your wife.
I've been through a lot of shit. I'm not, and I know what type of person I am. I am a fucking vicious dog.
That is your wife, bro.
To keep it 100, I was agreeing with Whack 100 at first when he was telling him, that's your wife. That's your wife. You can't do that. That's basically what he meant by that. That's your wife. You being emotional. But then he said it's okay to be emotional, which is not. Never okay to be emotional. Being emotional for a man, that will get you into a lot of trouble. Always got to use your head in every situation. You got to think your way out of something, man. And that's just the way it goes. Fatboy SSE is an effeminate male. And based off of what he just said, where he said, I'm a dog. Y'all know who I am. Bruh, you can't be like that with your wife. That's your wife. She really honestly need to get away from you. Hey, she may have by this time developed some type of Stockholm syndrome because she has become accustomed to a lifestyle that she has never been accustomed to. He elevated her lifestyle as far as material. And now it seems like he may be treating her like dirt. And I bet you he made her sign a prenup to where she leaves with absolutely nothing. Holds that over her head. You don't do what I say, you finna go. You finna leave. You gonna be back in the hood. Bet he done hit her with that a couple times. And that's the problem. As men, we gotta stop allowing these weird dudes like this to treat our females like this. We gotta start taxing them for that. Because then they come to us so scarred, misused, and abused that they can't even believe when it's really real, when you really a man. You ain't willing to do all that back and forth and be extra with them. You feel me? And that's the problem with the world right now. You got all these women on one side angry at a certain group of men for doing them any kind of way that they can't even accept. You know, that there's really good men out here, really good people, real men who really love women and won't treat them that type of way. But I guarantee you, Fatboy SSE, You ain't finna talk to no man like that. You ain't gonna step to no man like that. I see how you being respectful with Whack 100 when he telling you you being emotional. And that's your wife. But that's not your uncle, homie. But that's just the fear you have for a man. Exposed right there.
Every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. Every little chihuahua out there has...
Rockaway's up the street, man. I got you. Rockaway's up the street.
Where?
Come on, it's up the street. I got you.
I ain't got no credit.
I got you. Don't worry.
I ain't got no credit.
Come on, I got you.
We go to Rockaway Nissan. You gonna give me a car? Please tell me you gonna give me a car.
I got you, bro.
And finally, before I close this thing out, I want to say, if y'all look at that interview that I showed y'all, and y'all see how distant they was, it tells me one or two things. One, either things are not what they seem on the surface. It ain't all lovey-dovey and they got some real friction going on to where they constantly fighting, arguing. It's some real y'all know what behind closed doors. Or two, they aren't actually together and it's just a Hollywood thing. It's something to bolster his image. He need a beautiful woman to make himself appeal to people a lot more, like he's really on top of his game and on top of the world, because they do stuff like this. We all know a lot of men get in a position and then get a broad that's beautiful to pull in that crowd of women and bolster their image even more. We see it happen time and time again. You feel me? Look at C-Mac. He just went through that with old girl. She wasn't beautiful, but he went through that with her. She came out and exposed everything, all of the details, the full agreement that she would be his on-TV girlfriend. They did not sleep in the same room, didn't mess around, didn't do any of that. That's what she stated. Y'all can go look that up. It's all online. You feel me? This stuff really happens, and they do this because they're trying to not only bolster their image, but make y'all believe that their life is popping a lot more than it actually is. You feel me? That they got a lot more motion and a lot more pull, that they can have whatever they want. You feel me? It's all a mirage. It's all fake, fabricated BS that they try to put off on the populace. It's one of those things where you got to honestly ask yourself, look at that woman and how beautiful she is. Then look at him. Do you really think that she would be with a man like that, especially if he acts the way that he acts? Just saying. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about all this. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon and turn post notifications on all. I will be back with another one. Ladies, stay away from these simps.